What's up, guys? Blake Rodriguez here with Dream Come True Canine. I am currently walking around the room right now with one of our new board and trains, Casper. Casper arrived from New Jersey and was a referral from Kristen, I think Tedesco is her last name. She just recently opened up a dog training facility over in New Jersey under Duke Ferguson, Unleashed Canine Potential. Yeah, that's the name. Are they in place? Yes, awesome. I was actually just with Kara today, Lara, and we're here for you. That's the first thing I want to tell you. I know it's very overwhelming. We're here for you. What's up, everybody? Good to see everybody. I see people joining in. We're here. We're going to go ahead. I'm not sure if you set something up with Jen yet, Lara, but let's go ahead and try and set something up for this week. Kara's going to meet up with you guys. We're going to make sure that we make it less overwhelming for you, right? We're there for the three ninjas, the three Stooge brothers. So I'll show you what we got going on right now. We got Soko over there in the corner. We got Samson over there in the corner. Oh, you did? Okay, great. Awesome. And then we got Casper. So Casper is extremely dog aggressive. He, to the point, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. The first time that he saw himself in the mirror, he charged at himself in the mirror. So there's a little bit of a history with this guy. This guy looks like, oh, we got a nice little tail wag. He's good with people. He is crazy. I know, right? You think I'm lying about that, right? It's ridiculous. Like I told my wife just walked in. Lindsay, say hi. So like I told her, and she goes, no, like she couldn't believe it. So we have two of our trusty dogs in the corner, kind of just holding place, and he was kind of very like strong against them, and we're just doing some leash pressure. So a little bit, we always use leather leads. I mean, that's it just feels good. Like once you get a nice leather lead and you break it in, that's the way to go. Yeah, like leather leads for sure. So he came in on a slip lead and on a muzzle. The guy was a pulling mess. We have to teach him leash pressure. Very similar to what we did with Jerry in our recent YouTube video. It must be taught. At the end of this, guys, I'm going to do a Q&A. So we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Also, Dog Behavior Question Tuesday should go up late night style tonight. And we have a new blog that we're going to go ahead and post. We might post it tonight, we might post it tomorrow, so we might hit you guys with some double information, right? So, a couple things that are important. He's from Puerto Rico, Casper. So, Casper, we believe, let me swap this out. Casper, cropped ears, we believe he was doing, or at least the owners do, the foster owners believe that he was there for fighting, or at the very least baiting. He has a lot of scars on his neck. His dander is out of control. Very, very bad skin. Like my pants are like dander city from this guy. He's a sweet boy though. He's just incredibly strong on the leash. He also broke his back before. So it wasn't up until, or it was only up until recently that he started walking, where you can see, let's see if we can get you guys to kind of see the limp that he has. It's not annoying. You can see he drags kind of one of his feet a little bit. Sometimes it's a little bit better than others, but you can see over here. Let's see if we can get that kind of going. So we have what I would qualify as a mess, and it's a mess for a number of reasons. His skin's extremely, extremely sensitive. His behavior is extremely, extremely strong. He's a sweet dog with humans, but he's super, super obnoxious and pushy and all that stuff. So we have to get him softer on the leash. We have to teach him, even though he has, let me actually do this real quick. Even though he has issues with his back, we have to teach him, I don't care how he sits or how it looks where he sits, but that actually looks pretty good, bud. Sometimes he'll lean on that leg there, but you gotta learn how to do this. You gotta learn how to relax. You can see he kind of flops over there. You gotta learn how to listen to me, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to help you. There's no way I'm gonna be able to get through to you. I know, right? Isn't that wild to think about that? Yeah. It's maybe the owners were like, you know what, this is a Puerto Rican dog. They got to send him to this Puerto Rican trainer. And they were like, the guy, Blake, has his last name Rodriguez. He must be Puerto Rican, which I am. And they got him in here for our board and train program, so it was meant to be. But all jokes aside, you can see he's kind of holding that sit. A couple things, he's barky in the crate. He has a little bit of anxiety. He's not good on leash pressure, which is very important. He's a massive puller on leash. Really, really not good with little dogs. With bigger dogs, he'll kind of be all right with, and then he'll go for the attack. So we're just kind of filling you in, giving you a little update on some of the stuff that we're going to be doing with him. I wanted to introduce you to him now, and you'll be seeing updates, of course, for those of you that are new to us here on Periscope. All of our Periscopes get archived on catch.me. That's KATCH.me, which is a website. You go there, you search Dream Come True Canine, you'll be able to pull up all our Periscopes. Our Instagram, you'll be able to see videos and pictures on our Instagram page, and maybe we'll get some good YouTube stuff out of him as well. So there's Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Periscope, catch.me. Yeah, I've been doing so much everywhere else. Like, we just got a blog that went up last week, which is on our website. We have a new blog that's probably going to be going up tonight. Dog Behavior Question Tuesday, YouTube episode 32, that's going to air tonight. And we have a lot with all the board and trains and stuff that we have going on here. We're also trying to find a new walker, right? Because we have a pack of dogs over in the Stuyvesant Town area, and one of our walkers are leaving, so we need someone to kind of fill her shoes and pick up on that route. So that's what's going on with this guy. But in the meantime, there's 18 people in the room. Some people have left. 19 people in the room now. 20 people in the room now. We'll do a little Q&A. So if you guys have questions, the only thing I ask, keep the hearts flowing. Really big deal. I don't do too many Periscopes. I try to keep it to one a day. Sometimes I'll go hard and I'll do 3 to 6 in like a day. But we just hit 1 million hearts on Periscope. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate that, sharing this and always hearting away. That means a lot for the information that we provide for you guys. But if you guys have questions, hopefully I have answers. Let's ask away, guys. Good. Hey. Questions on what levels with prongs, canine? Stress levels? Hey, place, Soko. So he almost just charged because my dog moved. And he was like, and kind of was getting ready to charge him. What'd you say, stress levels with prong collars? I missed that. And anyone that asked the question while the first one was asked, hold on to that, and we'll get to you in a little bit. But, oh, okay, great question. So there's some studies, the studies are incredibly biased. In fact, most studies, even studies that favor what you want to hear, are going to be favoring something in one way, right? So here's the thing. Anything can create more stress in a dog. In fact, when you're working with a problem dog, or where you're working with dogs where most of these studies are done, which are in labs and stuff like that, they're going to be stressed in general. So when something's being introduced for the first time, a lot of times it's stressful, even if long-term it could better you, right? So for example, what's really stressful for me, and it's getting better, is when I go to jiu-jitsu and it's time to roll and kind of spar, and I know I'm rolling or sparring with a guy that is like a purple or brown belt, and I'm coming in there as a white belt because I'm getting tapped and I'm getting submitted and I'm getting tapped and I'm getting submitted. What's also kind of stressful and not fun for me is when I'm going to the gym and I have to be pushed and my trainer's pushing me to do stuff that like I feel that I can't do it, and it's also new, and like the form, the new activity, the form of what I'm being asked to do, like my form is horrible even though I understand the activity and I just want to get to the point where I can get a good workout, but I have to understand the form. That stuff is stressful for me, but at the end of the day, it's also getting me better. So a lot of times when prong collars are used, even trainers don't know how to use them. This is with anything, with food, with timing. A lot of people don't know, they don't have good timing. That can create stress. When you're using food, there's also a lot of studies out that show how stressed out dogs can get when you're holding out food and you're trying to get them to work and they don't understand what it is that you're asking them. I don't have the exact studies like off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that if you actually look at studies that are where levels are actually measured and it's not just like a guess, you'll see the level of stress. Now, does that mean that it's bad? No. But when something's new and it's not clear, that can be stressful. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's studies that are out, but I mean, as far as like the prong collar itself, I think that is just really silly. In fact, the blog that is going live, is that blog up? Oh, the blog is already up. So for you guys, I haven't posted about it yet, but anyone that's on here now, you can go to our website. It's called The Most Abusive Tool in Dog Training Today. That will explain exactly what you need. There's also a Periscope on it that I did, right? My thoughts on vibration collars. You snuck that question in there really quickly. My thoughts on vibration collars are, I think they could be a great tool to teach certain behaviors. I think they sort of defeat the purpose, though, of why you need them. It's basically just like teaching a dog a sensation and like leash pressure and kind of going to do that, but the goal is getting to a point where you don't really necessarily need it. A lot of times with dogs, getting to the point where you don't need it means that when the time comes that you need it, it's not going to be convenient that they just happen to do the opposite of what they're about to do. So sometimes there needs to be a little bit more force. So usually, like in the early teaching stages, I think it's great. I just can't really see it down the road inhibiting a behavior or stopping a behavior dead in its tracks when a dog doesn't conveniently want to do it. A lot of times during like happy-go-lucky training protocols, you teach a dog to want to make those choices and they enjoy it. But then there has to be proofing the behavior. There has to be a dog that also looks to make the right choice and also avoid certain consequences as well, right? So there has to be a mix of a dog wanting to do something, but then also understanding that if they want to do one thing, they need to do what we're saying regardless, and that's where discipline comes into play, right? That's obedience 101. That's the difference between dog tricks and dog obedience. And I actually learned this from my friend Tyler Muto, right? So dog tricks are convenient. Dog tricks are something that a dog wants to do. Dog tricks are 911 canines. Before you hang out with your friends, go make yourself a bowl of ice cream first. You're going to be like, okay, because you want to do that. Like, what kid doesn't want to make a bowl of ice cream before they go hang out with their friends? Dog obedience is, before you hang out with your friends, 911 canine, go clean out the garage and do the dishes, then go hang out with your friends. I don't know many kids that are going to be like, yes, I get to do that before I hang out with my friends. So dog obedience is doing something whether you want to or not, and that's where you need to be tested. Now, some dogs will feel vibration and it's fine and it's enough of an aversive, but sometimes you're going to need a little bit more, and in those situations, when you're dealing with vibrate versus a tool that can go a little bit higher with a muscle contraction, I'm going to choose a muscle contraction. Obviously, that's not how you teach it. That's not the plan to using it. But there's a time and place where you do need to be firm. And especially when you're working with problem dogs or dogs that struggle with a problem, you need more. We're talking about remote collars. So remote collars give off a stimulation that creates a muscle contraction versus a vibration-only collar. Vibration-only collar, yeah, you can teach a deaf dog or just any dog some stuff with sensations, but I don't know if it's enough of an aversive in a situation where you might really need to have a say when your dog wants to do something else. That's my only kind of hesitation about that. But yeah, it's good from what I've heard. I haven't tested it out yet, but from what I've heard, the levels are really cool. They're a lot lower than we're talking about remote collars. Displaced. It's an e-collar, but I mean muscle contractors and muscle contractors are the same thing. Like for a TENS unit that we use for rehab. You know what I mean? So that's really important. There was one more thing I wanted to kind of end on with that note. Oh yeah, but from what I've heard, like e-collar technology just came out with that, and like the type of vibrations, they're much lower, the initial levels, than the vibration that exists on a regular remote collar that, you want some water, bud? That just has one vibration setting. So that's good to hear, because vibration used to be something that was way too strong and would freak dogs out more than the levels of stimulation that you normally use. But they've made that adjustment, which is nice to see. What other questions do you guys have? And just so you know, aside from this, we also have our Dog Behavior Question Tuesday show on YouTube. If you ask your question on our I don't plan on it. Bark collars, what brand? So we did do a Periscope on bark collars and the brands that I use. It's on catch.me, so definitely go back and look into that. But we use Garmin Bark Limiter Deluxe. I would like to use e-collar bark limiters if they tracked progression and I could put a comfort pad on it, because with bark collars they're staying on longer and that can be a little irritating on the neck, and that's something that I want to fix, or I like to do that. Tyler's on YouTube. Yeah, stim reducer. You can't go to the seminar in June. No, I don't have anything in Florida. There's a couple of people that want to get me out there to Florida. I usually go there once a year and do privates, and if a venue wants to host me for a seminar, I'll do it. But the only one that we got, Tyler and I, is in June in Niagara. Dude, you got to make it, man. We got like four spots, maybe 5 left. And dude, go. It's the only one this year. You got to find a way to go. Okay, yeah, so level 50 on the vibrate, and is it 100 levels is the same as vibrate on mini. Yeah, that makes sense. You're going to the seminar in June, Daisy mate? Awesome. Randy, man, you got to get out there, man. So yeah, bark collars, we use Garmin Bark Limiter Deluxe, but I wish that there was a comfort pad that could be offered on that, because it does reduce the stim a little bit, but more importantly, whether it reduced the stim or not, it's more comfortable than just 2 contact points that are in your neck. The comfort pads are 4. So when you have 4, this on your neck is a lot more comfortable. It doesn't say on your site. The seminar is $2,500 if you bring a dog. It's 4 days. You get catered lunch every day, and a big graduation dinner on the waterfalls. You're going to be hanging out with Tyler and myself all the time, hanging out during lunch and stuff. Days are pretty much like 9 to 5, and we have breaks in between, snacks and all that good stuff. If you come without a dog for a spectator position, it is $22.50. All right. So you can see his behavior here, how he stiffens up. The second there's a dog, he doesn't know how to really kind of respond. That's actually not so bad, but it's a little too much pressure, a little bit of whining. I think he just doesn't know what to do. So that's what we're going to look to kind of change in this guy. And of course we got these guys kind of hanging out too. See, he just moved. And now he's a little weirded out by that. Come on, bud. You hear the whining here. Any other tricks than parting the dog's hair? Halo, great question. That question, to answer your question, yeah, my dog is a German Shepherd Husky mix. He's furry as hell. So those long hair comfort pads that e-collar technologies sells, long hair comfort pads actually do the trick. Hey, actually do the trick. So that's what I would forget. Even the thick hair. I like the long hair comfort pads. They do the trick for sure. Hey Andrew, could you get this guy down? What's up? Oh, okay. Is Sai on there? Where's Ozzy? Okay, yeah, so just let me know when you're ready, or you get him on. I'll bring him down. It's fine. Yeah, so I would use that. I don't clip the dog's hair, and I also don't necessarily part it. What I might do is I'll go low, and the one that I use for my dog has a bungee strap, so I'll go low and I'll go tight, and then I'll nuzzle it up, because hair on dogs' necks go down. So I'll nuzzle it up, and that will get under the hair and onto the skin. And if you have a bungee, the bungee is tight and it's looking to kind of loosen up, so as it looks to contract, it goes higher, and it usually fits right in there, no problem. All right, guys? I'll take one more question, then I got to work with this guy a little bit and then get him downstairs. What else do we have, guys? Why am I so awesome? Yeah. I don't know. That's a great question. Why am Lens? The question they asked was, why am I so awesome? She's either gonna have a smart remark or what? What? That's a good one? She's trying to be nice because she knows you guys are here. She's like, oh, that's a good one. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, guys. Thank you for everything. We're going to end this scope. We'll be doing more. I have so many ideas. I've just been so busy lately. I haven't been able to kind of get in on that. He's drinking the Kool-Aid. Yeah, I mailed him some Kool-Aid, so he's drinking that. But no, I appreciate all you guys and just for watching and engaging. You know, Periscope would be nothing if you guys weren't interested in harding away and you know, just appreciating all the information as I continue to learn while I teach. You know what I mean? So thanks for everything, guys. Good to see you guys. I'll see you all on the next scope. Later.